spirit of Calvert Hawklord. You do not wear the colors of the accursed Umbra Legion. You are on a quest for a white heart. I remember them as good, honorable people. You'll find good arms deeper in the tombs. Use my name so you can claim them. However, you'll have to navigate monsters and accursed spirits to reach it. There's nothing I can do to help you there.
The land shrieks and cries under the swarm of the shadows. Taste my rage, intruder!
These look like fitting weapons and armor for Dyvim. You speak Calvert Hawklord's name, and the protective wards vanish.
A perfect weapon of my ancestors. The fight continues. Now that you have restored my freedom, I can complete my mission to discover the Umbra Legion's plans. Meet me in the Silent Market. You made it safely. Good. This part of Bastion was once a vibrant market, full of life. The burrowers lived and laughed here, but that was in the old times, before the 100-Year War and the fall of Bastion. My people, the burrowers, have a hidden contact here in Bastion. I was to retrieve a message about the Umbra Legion's plans. I was captured before I found the message, but Rose could not learn my contact's name, for even I do not know it. This way, we keep the contact safe. We refer to him or her as Cornelius. Cornelius was supposed to leave a coded message inscribed on a red cloth in the Silent Market. Help me find it. Ah, the red cloth. Yes, perfect. But wait, these symbols mean danger. The message points to that chamber, the war room, but warns us the information we seek will be guarded. Are you ready for this?
Who disturbs the war room? What? A mouse and a wizard? Unthinkable! There's no fighting in the war room!
Spellbinder, I'll aid you how I can.
defeated by a mouse and a wizard. Unthinkable.
Quickly, search the chamber for clues. What have you found there? Yes, I see Cornelius's mark on the sash. Let us take this outside so we can read it more easily. These documents reveal the Umbra Legion's plans.
I have ordered forces from Fort Rockius to bolster Camp Havoc. Additional siege engines are to be constructed at once. Once the forces are readied, we will destroy the burrower holdouts in Peppergrass Nook and Queen Myrtle Town. Camp Havoc is also creating a new powerful form of Goliath. The process is painful, but the destructive power is unmatched.
Diabolical. The Shadow Queen's armies have long pursued us. We held Bastion for 100 years against the darkness, before it was finally lost. These crystal statues that stand vigil in Bastion are a testament to the horrors the Shadow Queen inflicted upon my people. Look at them, and then I will tell you a sorrowful tale.
Although the features are rough, the statue radiates a spiritual energy and an aura of heartbreak. You sense a spirit trapped deep inside.
In Bastion's fields, crystal flowers grow between the statues, row on row that mark our place. And in the sky above, the bumblers bravely buzz, scarce heard amid the battle below.
We are the dreamers, not dead, yet far from alive. But days ago we loved, felt dawn, and saw sunset glow. Now we stand forever, frozen out of time in Bastion's fields.
Bastion's walls were too strong to break, and our stores were vast. We would not fall to siege, so the Shadow Queen turned to dark magic. The Shadow Queen unleashed a spell of unimaginable cruelty. It transformed all within Bastion into crystal. Those burrowers who were not caught in her spell fled to the last wood, where we have continued to resist her for generations. I was not alive when Bastion fell, but my parents' parents barely escaped. My people have fought the Shadow Queen since time out of mind. We must get word of these plans to our forces in the last wood. To get there, we must travel through the Moon Cliffs. However, the gates out of Bastion are warded, and my opening runes were lost. I'm not sure how we can get a rune to unlock the gate to the Moon Cliffs. You know someone who might help us?
That Goliath you spared, Caliclac, did say he owed you one. If you can find him, maybe he can help you out.
I've never heard of an intelligent Goliath before, let alone a benign one. Still, it's worth a shot. I'll wait here for you.
Spellbinder, I am unsure what to do with myself now that I have escaped certain death. My masters have no tasks for me. How can I assist you? There is a rune to the Mooncliff's gate in the Blind Tower, but it is guarded by a Goliath slasher, Acroyar.
The Goliath came through. Strange times. Go to the Blind Tower and retrieve the rune from the Goliath slasher. Maybe he'll trust you. I'll watch for patrols.
Fleshling, why come here? Gate rune? You bother. I crush now.
Having defeated the Goliath, you find a rune inscribed with a moon symbol hanging on the wall.
That is exactly what we need. No problems, I trust? Excellent. Go to Bastion and find the Mooncliff's gate. Then, use the rune to open the gate and head through. I'll meet you in the Mooncliffs. Since Bastion fell to the Umbra Legion, our ancestral home has become one of the most dangerous places in Chrysalis. We must get to the last wood to reach my people and tell them what we have learned. If we manage to keep the Umbra Legion at bay, I'm sure we will recruit more aid in your war against the Shadow Queen. I came here from the last wood through a tunnel, avoiding the Yellow Jacket sentries who patrol the Mooncliffs. Let us return that way. Someone found my tunnel and collapsed it.
Ah, the rat returns to the mousetrap.
Mousehole, you mean?
What? Never mind that. Kill him! Kill them both!
With the tunnel closed to us, the Apidae village and the fortified apiary stand between us and the last wood. Once this region was well-traveled with burrowers and bees. We did not always see eye to eye, but we traded goods and knowledge. Then the Shadow Queen drew all the Arachna into her web, turning them into living weapons and filling their hearts with hate. We have to sneak through the bee territories. Luckily, the bees can be tricked if we can get some black light powder. The banded hornets often have black light powder stuck to their bristles. Defeat some and collect several portions of powder. I'll coat us with the black light powder. Bee eyes work differently than ours, so they will see us as their own kind. Follow me up the road. When we get to the Yellow Jacket sentry, just act naturally.
You there! What do you think you're doing?
Speak to him, but remember to act naturally.
Yes, drone, I'm speaking to you. You are clearly undertasked if you have time to frolic with the Hornets. The Hornets are also delinquent on their nectar deliveries. Go to the Vespa Cave and bring back a nectar cask. Hurry up!
Doesn't sound friendly. Definitely wasn't friendly.
Well, that was fast. Good job, drone. Now get back to work. Why are you still here? You want to get into Bubbler Town? Not likely. The gate is stuck. I've reported it many times, but no one repairs it. You get along well with the banded hornets. They often have leftover safflower oil from the seeds they ate. If you ask the banded hornets for it, I'm sure they'll give some safflower oil up. That might fix the hinges.
We're going to have to fight the banded hornets again, won't we?
You got the safflower oil? Well done, drone.
I'll unstick the gate hinges with the safflower oil. You go into the Night Watch Tower and throw the lever to open the gate.
Who are you? Did that lazy fool Ezric send you in here? He's no better than a bumbler. You're no bee. My watch is ended!
What took you so long, Drone? At any rate, you got the gate open. Drone, go into Apode Village and find First Wing Zam. He'll find work for you.
We may as well find this Zam, if only to keep up the disguise and get a lay of the land.
Can't you see we're in the middle of a crisis? Vile burrower agents attacked the village and set the houses ablaze. The fire and smoke are too intense for us to put out. Hey, you aren't tasked with anything. Do I have a job for you? Go to the Kazri cave and convince one of the whirlwind elementals to help us extinguish the burning houses.
This may be a good way to earn their trust, so we can learn more about the burrowers in the region.
Who dares pester me? Help the bumblers? Why should the wind care about the buzzings of bees? I'll thrash you and leave you bewildered. You're no helpless bumbler, but a portentous spellbinder. Fie, I'll help you if I must. Whoosh.
The whirlwind elemental mutters, whinges, and groans, but he follows your commands.
I have done your bidding, spellbinder. Release me from your sway.
You release the whirlwind elemental, and it roars off into freedom.
I don't know how you did it, young worker, but you have saved the village from the dastardly burrower attack. Due to the cowardly burrower attack, we are woefully behind on our pollen collection. The yellow jackets are growing irritable. What's worse, the burrowers have stirred up the sassafras men. They are now agitated and lash out at our gatherers. Can you settle down the sassafras men and help us harvest pollen from the mixed sage trees? You may need to use a firm hand.
Help Zam out. Maybe he will then reveal more about the burrowers.
Well done, and very timely, young worker. I need your help immediately. While you were tending to the mixed sage trees, the burrowers struck again and sabotaged the honey mill. We can't get close enough to tend to it due to the billowing smoke. You have proven so capable, I must ask you to help again. Buzz over to the honey mill and ensure it does not burn down. Without it, our livelihood is ruined.
We should keep an eye out for any evidence of these saboteurs.
Burn, baby, burn. Honey Mill Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Burn it all down. I couldn't get enough, so I had to self-destruct.
The burrowers unleashed him on the honey mill, knowing the smoke would keep the bees away. That's clever work.
A smoke elemental? How alarming! A craven saboteur has been trapped in a tower by several undaunted Yellow Jacket shredders.
The saboteur is cornered. Risky business. Perhaps we should go take a look?
You wish to see for yourselves? Certainly. You've proven how capable you are. Go to the Butternut Tower. Just try not to get in the way.
As you get close, you hear sounds of fighting from inside.
Now might be the time to get underfoot. Let's check it out.
Drones? What are you doing here? We called for support from real fighters.
I think they might be here to help me.
Why would Bumbler drones help you?
Maybe you need your compound eyes checked.
What? Oh, you aren't Bumbler drones at all, are you? Kiai for Bastion! Despite all your rage, you're still just rats in a cage. smashed like a pumpkin.
Thank you for your timely rescue. Quickly, let's slip outside before they realize we've defeated their warriors. Greetings. I'm Jalen Smoke Rider. I was sent with 2 other sugar gliders to disrupt things in the Bumbler village. But I'm afraid my kin have been captured. While I was causing strife in the village, my kin struck at the apiary. They were supposed to rejoin me here, but now I fear the dread Bee Queen, the Brood Mother, has captured them. I must fly back to Queen Myrtletown and report, but the 2 of you are earthbound. You'll need to pass through the apiary.
Our blacklight powder disguise won't get us inside. The royal guards are too sharp.
You're going to need to learn an authentic bee buzz to open the apiary gates. To make it, you'll need a handful of lake fronds. Collect some fronds from the edge of Celestial Lake. Good fronds. Have you done this before? The hard part is learning how to use them to fake a bee call. The buzzes are the bee's passwords. You need to listen closely to some carrier hornet to memorize the patterns. I don't know where the carrier hornet grotto is, though. Make some yellow jacket shredders tell you the location. Then go to the grotto and study the buzzing sounds the carrier hornets make. They are mean and will want to fight. Then come back here.
Carrier Hornet Grotto. It's by the cliffs. Why would you want to go there anyway?
None of these bugs seem friendly. You have no idea what he's buzzing about, but you do your best to memorize the pattern.
You learned the buzz. Take the fronds to the gates of the apiary and rub them together to replicate the buzzing pattern you memorized. Spellbinder, can I beseech you to find and free my kin from the apiary cells? They will certainly help you on your path. Let me give you one last thing to aid you. A summoning rune. It will conjure a smoke elemental to help you stun the guards.